If
But
not,
it's helped
these are the
me
guys.
it's helped me so much as a coach too, because I'm able to break down what's in my head for what a third, fourth, fifth grader can consume. And I'm able to take a concept, rip it apart, show them why it's important to us, and then put it back together all in the same week or two, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, like inside out running, that's one of the biggest things I teach backs and quarterbacks and receivers, anybody that's handling the ball, inside out running. And that is not coached at a fundamental level at what we do. And it's one of the reasons my teams are good is because we teach. I'm like insistent upon inside out running. I will correct you every single time if you dart back to the middle of the field. And one of the things that I use as an example is like, I make them look. I'm like, look out here. What's out there? And they're like, the corner. And I'm like, okay, look in here. Who's in here? They're like, the safety and the linebackers. And I'm like, so would you rather go one-on-one with this dude, or would you rather have 5 dudes trying to rip your head off? And they're like, yeah, okay, I'll take the one-on-one with the corner. Yeah, me too, ding dong. Let's like
Yeah.
hit the edge when you see the gap, like when you see daylight, get to the edge. And you have to do it over and over and over again because they are kids, and they're their vision's not what a bigger kid is. They don't. I think a lot of times what coaches struggle with is they see the world through their last experience as a player, and you have to rewind the tape and see the world through what first, second, third, fourth, and fifth graders see the world, and they don't see what you saw the last time you played, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Man, you
have
said
to be
that,
able
but
to-
when we talk about developing in the process and the system, man, you would have to agree with this. You don't have to, but those kids help us. They develop it as us too,
For
especially as
sure, for
coaches like
sure.
you and I and other coaches out there that have been doing this for a long time. You don't do it for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, you're done, because we have to change. We've been adapting
Absolutely.
to different cultures. We have. Even the verbiage I use. I'll be out there. I'm like, man, y'all's drip looks good. And they're like, coach, they quit saying that like 10 years ago. I'm like, man, you, you very glad I ain't going to my 90s terms, right? Like I trying to stay up with all that. It's tough and
It's
connecting with
tough,
them,
yeah.
right? It's tough,
Yeah,
but you're right. We learn just
I
as
got
much off
gray
of
hairs
us.
older than these kids.
We learn just as much off of them as they learn off us, and trying to learn to connect and stuff. But you're right. It's these kids, they're resilient, man, and teaching them the right way to do it, and then to watch them succeed is, man, it's another level.
Yeah, and I think there's another part of coaching, and I learned something from a guy a while back when I first started coaching. He said, Mike, don't call plays to call plays. Call plays for players. If you're in a 3rd and 3 and you got a kid you know is going to get you 3 yards, call a play to that kid that's going to get you 3 yards.
It's simple football. Yeah.
Perfect example, that game against Waxahachie that you were at. You were on our sideline, and it's 4th and 15 or 4th and 10 or 4th and 3. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was 4th and 3. I think it was short yards. We scored on it. I think it was short yards. It was 4th and 3 on the 25. And I knew I just needed 3 yards, so I ran a flood. I'm throwing the ball on 4th down, which is kind of crazy. And I only need 3 yards, which is also kind of crazy. But I knew that kid was going to, one, catch that ball if it was anywhere close to him, and I knew he'd get me 3 yards. And so I called the play for a 3-yard play at 4th and 3, and we scored on it.
Yeah.
And so you came to me and like, you're one ballsy SOB. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, bro,
Yeah.
I just called a play for 3 yards. It didn't really – I wasn't trying to score,
Yeah,
I was just trying to do the markers
Well,
and get
and
a
then
first down,
looking at the concept, it made sense because you had a guy out in the flat 3 yards wide open.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I'm going, yeah, and that's football today. We have to adapt and overcome, and our minds got to grow as coaches, not just go to Madden and pull off. God, I hate those coaches, and you can tell it.
Yeah.
They just go pull plays off Madden and run plays. I'm like, your personnel does not fit what you're trying to do.